So I thought I would bring to you a thrift flip video of some of the things that I've picked up over the last summer and transform them into some beautiful home decor. So I hope that you will stay tuned to see how it all turns out, and I hope you enjoy. I know I've shown you how to do candles in the past, but I picked up several of these bowls for free during the summer, and I thought I would resell them. Well, I have 11 of them, and I thought, why not use one for a candle? So I'm just hot gluing the wick into the center there, and you'll just want to hold it in place until you feel that it's stable. I originally was going to do like a double boiler type thing, but it was taking forever, and then the water just kept boiling over, and so I got frustrated. But here's the beeswax that I used, and in retrospect, if you want a white candle, make sure that you get like the Dollar Tree white candles that are the tall, thin ones that they use for ceremonies. Those are so much easier to melt, and they turn out white. This is an off-white, so it won't dry white if that makes sense. So you want to just match your beeswax to the color that you're looking for, and see how it's boiling over. So I ended up putting it in the microwave. So when you put it in the microwave, you'll want to do like 30 seconds at a time and just keep an eye on it, and you can even cover it with a plate or something so it doesn't get all inside of your microwave. And I had this scent snickerdoodle for candles, and I thought that would make a really nice smell, and so I put a ton in because it says, you know, so many drops per ounce of wax, so you have to use quite a bit. So you want to make sure it's still kind of warm when you do that, because it will clump up. So you want to stir it and make sure it gets all the way through the wax, so when you light it, it smells wonderful. And now you'll want to make sure to grab your bowl and make sure the wax is not bent. And another way to do it is to actually put the wick around a stick so that it doesn't move. And I should have done that beforehand, but you know, I'm a little backwards sometimes. But it looked like it wasn't enough wax, so I had to go in and do more wax. So I did end up melting more wax. So this is what I should have done beforehand, is get just a skewer or some kind of a dowel and wrap that wick around it. It would have made it easier before the wax is in there, and just wrap it around so it stays upright, so when it dries it is straight up. And also, if there's any leftover, don't let it touch the wax if you want a really pretty finish, especially for a gift or something. So mine kind of fell down into the wax and made a little line, but it's just for me, so I didn't mind. I think it turned out really nice. I did take off the dowel already, and I'm just clipping it down to about an inch above the wax, and then I'll show you later that I lit it. But look how pretty it turned out. I love this dish, and it looks really cute on my coffee table here, and you can put it in a bathroom, you can put it in a bedroom, but of course you want to always watch a burning candle. You don't want to leave it unattended. For my next thrift flip, I have these vintage glass and one is crystal containers. They used to hold toothpicks, I believe, back in the day. And I have this paper. It's a self-adhesive match striker sticker paper, and I'm just going to measure the bottom of this crystal container and draw a circle of the size that I want, and we'll be putting it on the bottom of it. So then you just want to cut it out, and it doesn't have to be exact, but you want it to look pretty nice on the bottom, even though no one's going to see it but whoever strikes the match. So then you just want to remove the back from the sticky part, and see how I kind of trimmed it a little bit, or I'm going to here. That's what I did. I trimmed it a little bit more so it was more circular, and then it would fit better on the bottom of this little glass container. And you just press on it pretty good, and it holds really well, surprisingly, and it turned out really cute. So I ended up buying these really cute matches. They're black wood with the white on the top, and they, I guess, I don't know why, but they're sold for weddings so that you could put your name on them or personalize them somehow. But I found them online, and I can have that link down below. Also, I'll have the link for the paper as well, or anything else that I use in this video down below as well. And these, I just wanted them to match my decor, so that's why I wanted the black and white. They turned out super pretty. So here it is next to my candle. It turned out so pretty. I just love this little crystal container. It took me a minute to get it to light. I was afraid it was going to break the matchstick, but it lights it perfectly, and you can use it anywhere next to a candle, or even in the bathroom to light after you use the bathroom. And of course, again, don't leave a candle unattended. But look how beautiful. This next thrift flip is a globe for a light fixture, and it has some flowers and vines on it. I thought it was really pretty and frosted. It is a little worn around where it was held on by the light fixture, but I'm going to cover it as best I can with these beads from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to only need 2 rows of the beads, so I'm going to cut that down and glue around the top and also the bottom, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm just going to set the hot glue on and stick the strands of beads around it, and then just as I go, glue and sit down, glue and sit down. And it didn't come out straight, so what I have to do is get it hot with a hot hair dryer and heat up that glue again, and then I can straighten it out, and you can fix it perfectly easily that way. And if you find one similar to this, you always just want to make sure the seam is on the same back side as the top so that it's uniform. And you just glue the bottom on to that as well. I could have left it, it still would have been pretty, but I think it makes it more cohesive to have it on the bottom as well. And it did turn out really pretty. So I guess I should tell you what I'm creating. I've seen these ideas where you take a vintage glass container and you use it for a tissue holder. Well, you need to make sure it's the kind that is the square box so that they layer appropriately. And it is a little difficult at first to figure out, but you just have to arrange it so that when you pull the tissue, it comes straight up. And I think it turned out super pretty, and I think I might even try it with something different. But you can use any kind of container, and let me know down below what you think. And it's really difficult to show you how pretty the flowers on here are because of the camera, but you can see some of it here. It just is really pretty. This next thrift flip, I've had these pieces. I bought them at separate times. This one I just got not too long ago from the thrift store. and it is a light shade. And then this is the top of a jar lid that I thought maybe I could find the bottom of it, but I haven't been able to. So I'm going to make a cloche, and I'm using my Gorilla Super Glue, and this is probably my first mistake right here. I'm doing it along the ridge there at the top ridge of the lid, and then just setting it on top of the glass shade. But I should have used the actual tube part of the container of the glue and did like a beading around it instead of using the brush, because it showed the brush strokes and I didn't even think of that. But I ended up cleaning it up really well later on, and it's harder to tell. But you know, you learn from your mistakes. So if you're going to glue pieces together, make sure it's a nice clean dab of the glue instead of brushing it on. I don't know what I was thinking. So here it's all glued on, and I'm just going to push down and kind of hold it down on the top of this piece just for a few minutes, and then that way it'll stay on. I kind of wiggled it, so I want to make sure it's straight. So just hold it down for a few minutes and then let it cure for at least 24 hours. So there it is, it's all done, and I still think it turned out really pretty, and it looks like a cloche, right? And so I'm going to do something for around the edge for it, but you can kind of see it right there, and I did end up cleaning it up really well with some fingernail polish remover, so it did turn out okay. So I thought it might be a good idea to put some kind of a twine type braided thing around the neck so that you can't see all of the imperfections of the glue. So I'm just taking 12 strands of white twine, and I'm tying a knot at the end, and I'm just going to braid this and then make kind of like a sash to go around that neck of it, and it kind of camouflages it. So I'm tying another knot about 2 or so inches below that first knot, just so it has something to go through like itself, like to take the other end and wrap it around the neck. And in retrospect, I probably should have just did a loop and not even cut the twine, but it still looks really cute. So I'm just going to finish the braid, and then I'll show you what's next. So then after measuring it, I am just tying another knot to have the strings just hanging down. So now I'm using that open part to kind of wrap it through, and then just putting it around the neck of the cloche. And then I thought it would look too short, so I'm undoing it here to re-braid it so it's a little bit longer. And then I'm going to tie a knot at the end to hold that together and have the tassel part hanging a little longer. And then I've got this Dollar Tree pack that I've had, and the cute little flower just said spring to me, and I thought it would be really cute to just tie one into one of the strands on the twine, and then just tie it into a loop knot in the back, and then it will just sit up above the tassel. And then I just trimmed it to where I thought it would look cute. But I ended up redoing it to make it more uneven. It just looked better to me that way. Here's my entryway with my Easter/spring decor. And I have a video for that tray with the bunny, running bunny on it, if you want to check that out and see how I created that. But look how cute this cloche is. It's turned out super cute. I love it. And you can put it anywhere. You can even create a base for it, which I'm going to do that soon. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will subscribe if you haven't yet, and check out my other videos. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.